Good day or good evening, whatever space time it is that you're watching this video. Hi you guys, thank you for being here. Truly appreciate it. I have no plan for this reading, and I had grabbed my Beyond Lemuria deck and I opened it up, and there was this notebook paper that is part of my calendar that I got for this year, and it's for February 3rd, 2026. It was a Tuesday. But I wanted to share the message that was on here because I feel like there's a reason why I was attracted to that deck, and a reason why this was left inside. I didn't write anything on it. I found it very interesting. It says, "Go wisely and slowly. Those who rush stumble and fall." So, I feel like someone in the collective is being reminded about the fact that whatever this is, it's not a race, and to be mindful of not rushing something, not rushing into something, or not rushing the timing of something. I don't know, but that's the vibe that I got off of this. So let's go ahead and grab the cards and we'll tap in and see what comes of this. Sorry if you can hear the background. I have my back door open, my literal door, because I heard that. No, that's not what I meant. It's hot. It's hot, it's summertime, and I need some air. I cannot lock myself up fully in my house when it's this hot out. The Sound of the Universe is the first card that is appearing from this deck. It's a beautiful card. It also has the sacred symbol for sound there on that too. Perhaps you are into music. Perhaps you make music. Perhaps you work with sound frequency, or maybe you've been looking into doing this. But there's definitely something around sound. The vibrations of sound, how the vibrations make you feel. But there's that underlying message of not rushing. I felt like I should grab the book on this card and read into it a little bit further. And what it says here at the top, it says life-changing experiences, glimpsing the great mystery, significant timing. That's what really stood out to me because of this piece of paper that was in the card deck as well. It goes on to say pivotal moments, the Sri Yantra, the tuning fork of the universal consciousness, music, transcending mundane reality. The Sri Yantra is that sacred geometry there that represents the sound, the sound of music, the sound of the universe, the vibrations that sound makes. Perhaps you had recently had like a mind-altering, life-changing experience. And maybe this came through sound waves. Maybe this came through a song that you came across, or a song that you put together, or something like that. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. That whatever you had heard is what caused this like glimpse into something that was once mysterious to you, and just kind of opened your eyes to something more, something beyond what you had thought originally. It's something that helped you to, like the book says, transcend the mundane reality that exists on the linear plane here. Let's go ahead and grab the cards and see if there's anything else about this message of not rushing, the timing. What does that say again? Those who rush stumble and fall. So Spirit is, there's like almost like a protective feeling in that message as well. It's like they don't want to see you stumble and fall. It's like you are on the right trajectory for something. And it's something that came through this transcendent experience that you've had recently. But they don't want you to like rush into all of this, is the vibe I'm picking up on. Because they don't want to see you stumble and fall. They don't want you to get hurt. They don't want you to, you know, it's, from what I can relate it to being a mother, it's like watching their child walk for the first time and like being super worried that they're going to fall and skin their knee or something. It's that kind of like protective concern. It's more of like a concern rather than, oh, I need to protect this person from doom or whatever. So anyways, I was interrupted because it's quite interesting. My camera stopped recording. So that was very interesting. I did show that I had a card come out of the deck, and it was Shine Your Light, number 44. And when I realized that it had stopped recording, there's like this, I don't know how to explain it, but almost like something was interfering with being able to get the message out. And I was trying to talk about the throat chakra in the fact that there's a mermaid on this card as well, and how that relates to sound, right? Because mermaids, they are known for being a siren, for using their voice, for singing melodies that are alluring and bringing people into them, into their energy. I feel like I'm tapping into somebody's energy who is definitely in the field of either making music or music really, really speaks to them. And I feel like this could be like an activation of some kind where maybe your abilities to sing or to make music are being heightened, and the fact that within this card it speaks about the mundane turning into, you know, something extraordinary, basically, is what is occurring for you at this time. It's like a voice, like a throat chakra activation almost, and using sound to carry through your creativity. It's the message of shining your light through the sound of the universe. You know what I mean? It's like these two are pairing themselves together in your energy and really using your voice in order to bring forth your light. Is there anything else, Spirit, that can be said for this energy within the collective at this time? Is that even anything else that we can get from this deck? Clearly, the answer to that is yes. We've got 3 more here. We have solar plexus chakra. Sorry, I can't read in the camera. Radiant illumination. Wow. And there's another 4. We've got 44 on the Shine Your Light. And then we have the 4 with the solar plexus and the radiant illumination. So I feel like this activation at the throat chakra was brought through the solar plexus, which is where the energy, comes into from. And it has been able to maneuver its way up in order to open up this chakra, in order to allow your light to flow from your mouth, is how it's being explained to me here. And then we have the portal keeper along with Earth Star chakra. So this might be something that you are pulling up through your Earth Star chakra, which then activates you at the solar plexus level, which then carries through by you utilizing your talents, your gifts, your voice. Opening up portals. You are the portal keeper, is what I'm hearing with this card. This is speaking about you. You are a keeper of a portal. And with you activating this throat chakra and bringing forth the sound of the universe through your light, you are able to open up the portal. I feel like this is where Spirit is saying to slow down a little bit, because once the portal cracks open, it's going to be really hard to slow down, is what I'm hearing. And this isn't something where you're going to want to shoot through, is how it's being said here. They want this portal to open for you. They want you to open this portal for yourself, which is what you are doing currently. But they want you to be mindful of just how fast things can happen. The faster things happen, the more confusing they can become, is what's being explained to me through the visualization of this card. Okay, so there was another abrupt interruption here in the transfer of this message. I had to go handle something really quick that was occurring outside of my house that was kind of like a safety issue for somebody. So I digress. Let's go ahead and get back into this here. I want to tap back into the messages about the portal keeper. And the imagery on this card is definitely bringing me to the protection that I was feeling earlier. And that is of Bastet. I feel like you know very well who Bastet is. And the fact that she is the protector of family, of motherhood, of children, of home life as well. And it's quite interesting, actually, now that I'm tapping back into this, and that's what I received, was because that was something of what I just went out to deal with just now. And I'm not sure if I'm even going to put this part in the video, but yeah, I felt like somebody was, being mistreated. Let's just put it that way. And I felt like my voice at that time needed to be utilized in order to stop that, so to speak. So that's the energy that I was feeling earlier as well when I first started this reading, was that concern there. And the fact that this portal is being opened at this time, that's where this concern is coming from, because yes, it can be very, very good for you, but it can also be very destructive if not used, excuse me, in a constructive way. And oftentimes when you need to be constructive about things, it takes a lot of strategic work and, you know, like strategy, and really like intricately taking your time with things, so that there's this feeling of like there is no time for error once this portal opens up. So things need to be done correctly the very first time, so that this kind of chaos and confusion does not begin to spin out of control, if that makes sense. Also, this card is number 50, and that number might also be significant to you as well. 5, it brings the energy of change, and that was what the very first card was speaking about as well, this sound of universe, like impending change, you know, inevitable change, things like that. But I'm being called to go ahead and grab the book one more time because I'm interested to see what comes through the book on this card. It starts out saying unique gateways to mystical experiences. Okay, first and foremost, that's kind of what this one was referring to as well, is talking about like a mystical, life-changing, life-altering experience. It goes on to say, a psychic ability, raising your vibrations, which makes sense, through your Earth Star chakra, raising your vibrations up into the throat. Where did I go? Where did I go? Expanded consciousness, the Akashic records, past life ties, exploring the edges of reality for significant messages, seeing between the lines, and multidimensional awareness. And I'm being told to, it's quite the lengthy read, I'm being told to go to the last part here where it speaks about the divinatory meaning. It says, gently explore the edges of your reality. See, there's that sense, once again, about being slow and gentle with exploring this reality that you are about to cross the threshold of. It goes on to say, spend time in the forest to listen, deepen your meditation practice, dance yourself into ecstasy, explore psychic tools, and study new healing modalities. If you feel lacking in purpose or life seems a little mundane, remember there is a reason to be bored. The reason why I paused there was because very personally, I'll share a little personal tidbit. Just last night, from me recording this in this day, I had moments where I was a little bored. And that's because my daughter is on vacation with the other side of her family. We'll just put it that way. And I get the house all to myself. And I'm just like sitting there like, wow, I'm freaking bored, man. And Spirit came through with that for me as well, was to kind of enjoy these times of nothingness, of, you know, boredom. Enjoy it, revel in it, use it as an opportunity to expand the mind space, which is what I did personally. I went into meditation and I had a fantastic experience actually. So that's what this is talking about here, is that maybe you're at this threshold where there's a little bit of what you see as stagnancy. But really what it is it's like you know how a roller coaster, when it goes up to gain momentum, it goes pretty slow, right? Until you reach that tipping point. And I feel like you are right there at that tipping point. and it's about to be like super vertically fast for you. And so this is kind of like the vibe of that, not really like concern that they don't want this to occur for you. It's more of just letting you know just how crazy, fantastically crazy it's going to be, and to really take these pauses to ready yourself, basically. But gently easing into exploring this new reality that this beautiful portal is bringing you to. It goes on to say, what we experience with our physical senses is just the tip of the iceberg. And I feel like I'm going to stop right there and say that this life-altering experience that you had that involved sound, that created like this discovery of this activation, because this activation was within you the whole time. It's just like maybe there was some kind of frequency that you needed to get to or hear, or to pull up through Mother Gaia by your Earth Star chakra, perhaps. But whatever this is, it showed you that literally everything within the physical reality is literally like the tip of the iceberg. And there's so much more beneath the waters, so to speak. And there's some kind of like exploration in that, in what you are doing here with this voice activation as well. This is starting to sound a little bit like a possible light language activation. Perhaps you are a singer or you do sing, but there's like unrecognizable words coming from your mouth now or something like that. And this is like a whole world that you're getting ready to like dive right into. Lastly, it goes on to say magic exists wherever you care to find it. And I feel like this is like the major like breakthrough, life-changing thing, is actually discovering the truth to this sentence, that magic literally does exist everywhere and wherever you are to perceive it. It goes on lastly to say, look between the lines to limitless discovery. And there's something to that as well. Look between the lines. I'm seeing sheet music and looking in between the lines of the sheet music. Now, I'm not a musician, so I have no idea what this is referring to. But yeah, that's what Spirit said. They showed me the sheet music and looking in between the lines and reading each note a little bit differently than from before, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's the message for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I do apologize for the few interruptions there, but life goes on and so does the magic as far as I'm concerned. So I thank you all for being here, and if you made it this far, maybe we can put like my famous, not so famous purple heart in the comments below, or music notes or something fun, just to let me know that you're here. Until next time, I love you. Bye.